Hey, I just wanted to come on and throw in my 2 cents about this tariff debacle that President Trump is involved in. As most of you know, the tariffs that he has been putting on the American citizens has been ruled by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. I agree with that opinion, and they've been wrong from the beginning, the way he has done it. Of course, presidents over the decades have abused their power, extended their power way beyond the Constitution, primarily because Congress is weak and ineffective, cowards, and sometimes the courts are corrupt and will support the unconstitutional acts of the presidency or the executive branch. So, there's been many videos coming out. As soon as I saw this headline, let me just show it to you. 175 billion will be refunded to the nations. As soon as I saw that, I thought, what in the world are we talking about? What do you mean refunded to the nations? Who pays tariffs? You and I pay the tariffs. You know, I don't know the exact science of how it works. When like say China, let's pick China. So they export products to Walmart to be sold at Walmart. When it arrives at the docks, I don't know how it's done. I don't know who is saying how much comes in and how much it's worth and I have no idea how that works. But China, or the manufacturer in China, is charged a fee, a tax on those imported goods. That cost is added to the cost of those goods being imported. Those products go to Walmart. Walmart used to sell a widget for $1. Now, because of tariffs, they have to sell it for $1.10. There's a 10% tariff. So they tack that on. Now, you've heard that, oh, you know, that's just not the way it is. I mean, the manufacturer's going to eat it. The importer's going to eat it. The retailers are going to eat it. There might be some truth to that at some point, depending on how big their profit margin is. But, sir, ma'am, let me tell you this. Businesses do not stay in business by losing money. And if there's an increase in cost because of taxes, and that's what a tariff is, it's a consumption tax, they're going to pass that on to you. Just like when you go out and buy a new car that costs $40,000, there are thousands of dollars in the cost of that car that are involved in taxes on subcontractor parts, on different things that happen to make that car. This item is taxed, this item is taxed, there's a tax here. It's all added up. And GM and Ford, they don't eat any of that. They pass it on to you and me in the price of the car. So now the Supremes have rightly said, in my opinion, these tariffs are unconstitutional because only Congress has the ability and power, according to the Constitution, to tax. The executive branch has no such power in the Constitution. Who pays attention to the Constitution? Nobody. How do you think we got Barack Obama in office? Or what was that last vice president we had with the Jamaican father and the Indian mother? What was her name? Yeah, she wasn't supposed to be in office either because they're not natural born. But who cares? You know, nobody cares about that. You know, put Canadian Ted Cruz, let him be president. Sure, who cares? All right, so nobody cares about the Constitution. They only use it when it suits them. We all know that. It's been corrupted and corrupted for decades, possibly for centuries. So, back to the point. 175 billion that's been collected. I thought it was a lot more than that. I thought he had talked about trillions at one point. Of course, that's nonsense. Most of the stuff that comes out of his mouth is nonsense. And so it's going to be refunded to the nations, but we paid the tax. Shouldn't we get the refund? Now, how could that be figured out? Well, it can't. The bottom line is, if he actually refunds some money to somebody, it's not going to be you and it's not going to be me. We're going to take it in the shorts we're going to eat it like every other tax that we're taxed with. There's no recourse. There's nothing we can do. We're losing money hand over fist. Yeah. So despite what President Trump says about the economy and how it's booming and all that nonsense, you and I both know that's not true. And every dollar is important because Americans are struggling to survive. That is no joke. So that's just my 2 cents on this tariff debacle. Just wanted to bring it to you, share it with you. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.